So I'm just gonna be honest and say that I'm thinking about labeling this video a fail. I am just not that smart for clip-ins. I don't know. Welcome to the kingdom, your majesties. I'm your host, Queen Ash, and on this channel we help women, especially women of color, become quality kingdom queens through faith, femininity, beauty, and lifestyle excellence. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome, queens. And if you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and press that bell notification so you will not miss our weekly queendom sessions. In today's video, we are going to watch a true beginner put clip-ins or extensions in her hair. Now, I'm going to be using Go Sleek hair that I recently purchased that I wanted to try out. So I am going to do Go Sleek hair, and I'm going to do a little review on how I feel about the hair and of course everything else that comes along with it. Now, I'm going to be honest and say that I am a complete newbie when it comes to putting in clip-ins, when it comes to sew-ins and things like that. Now, I do know that in the past, like in my early 20s, when I was like 20 or 21, I know that I had some wig days, maybe once or twice. I did try wigs, and I will be honest and say I looked absolutely ridiculous with them on. Looking back at those pictures today, I'm gonna just slap a photo either here or here. It literally looks as if I have a mop sitting on top of my head. Of course, I didn't know anything about sew-ins or wig caps or ball methods or anything like that. I was just trying something different because, of course, after graduating high school and, of course, moving on, I just thought that, ooh, I needed something different. However, I've never put any clip-ins or any extensions or anything like that in my hair before. So this was definitely something new for me. And of course, I being a feminine woman, a feminine queen, and I always want to look my best. I always want to be polished. I always want to look top tier. So I decided to go ahead and give this a try. Now, this does not mean, okay, I'm not saying that you need weave or clip-ins or extensions or anything like that to look or feel like a feminine woman. No, that's not the case at all, okay, because I love wearing just my own regular hair, but it's something a little different. And as I go along in my feminine journey, I'm always growing. I'm always just putting myself on to that next level.
So please excuse the eating right here a little bit. I was a bit hungry and I'm just eating some M&Ms before I get started. First, I need to wash my hair. I definitely need a wash here. It's been quite some time since I washed my hair. Usually I will wash my hair every week, but I've been in a little spell in which I haven't washed or cleansed my hair for quite some time. So my hair is really dirty and it really needs a good deep cleaning. So I'm just parting my hair here. And as I part my hair, I'm just parting it so that I can put it into sections so I can be able to detangle and of course move any fairy knots or anything that's in my hair before I give it a good cleanse. So I'm gonna start a little bit in the back here. Once I clip up this first top of my head here, I'm gonna start in the back and I'm gonna take a wide tooth comb and I'm going to start detangling the back of my head. Now, I'm gonna be honest and say my hair is very tangled because I haven't combed it in quite some time. So it feels extremely tangled. So I'm just running my hands through it. When it gets to a point where it's hurting with my wide tooth comb, I'll just use my fingers to get rid of some of those big knots and pull out some hair that of course is falling out. And then I'll use my comb to go ahead and detangle as much as I can. It's very essential for us to keep our hair detangled, to honestly comb it on a daily basis, because if we don't, of course, our natural hair sheds. So if you're not combing or brushing your hair and your hair is shedding every day, some of those shed hairs, they will get caught into your hair. And just look at that. It's just, that's the amount of shed that I have. And you can tell that it's dirty in the shed hair. So yeah. Now I'm going to take Mielle, this moisture overnight balm. I really love this stuff. I mean, as you can see here, it's almost out. But I'm going to take this. It's a thick and like creamy consistency. And I'm going to put it all over my hair. And I just love doing this because it will make my hair so soft and just manageable when I'm done with this. So I'm gonna put this all over my hair. I'm gonna make sure that I get all sides and just coat my hair. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna put some on the back of my head here. I'm just making sure that I get each and every just morsel of hair here, because it's very important for me to have hydrated hair. And this stuff, it is glorious. And I love it. I love it, and it works. And just make sure that you try it out if you've never tried it before. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my plastic cap onto my head, and I'm gonna get ready and go to sleep because this is an overnight conditioner. Now I'm coming to you. I've already washed my hair and I let it dry without putting any moisturizer or conditioning into my hair, which was a big mistake on my part, but it's about 85% dry. So I'm going to use this Mielle anti-shedding cream, this leave-in conditioner to put into my hair. It helps with the shedding, which happens, of course, when you don't take proper care of your hair, which I didn't in this particular case. But I'm just taking my Mielle anti-shedding cream here, and I'm putting it all over my hair. And then I'm gonna section my hair again because I am going to blow dry the rest of my hair. So it's important for me to go ahead and section each part of my head. And I'm gonna go ahead and clip them in with some clips or some, claw clips here. And then I'm gonna put this Redken Extreme Play Safe 450 in my head for the blow drying process. Even though I'm not gonna use any hot tools today besides my my blow dryer, of course. So I'm gonna put that in my hair to prep myself. And then I'm gonna take out my Dyson, of course, and I'm using the firm brush here, the firm brush attachment. And I'm gonna go ahead and just blow dry my hair with this Dyson firm brush here. So I'm just taking sections piece by piece, and I'm just blow drying the parts of my hair until I'm satisfied with the results when I'm done. This Dyson hair dryer is actually pretty good. I didn't originally buy it for myself. I actually bought it for my daughter. But when I first used this, I had natural hair at the time when I first used this particular Dyson Airwrap whole system, and I'll be honest and say that it didn't do a really good job of maintaining my hair, with the drying and the Airwrap and things like that. It didn't really do a good job on my natural hair, but I noticed that when I relaxed my hair, it works better on my relaxed hair, just giving me a really good sweet look and things like that. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and head on to my Go Sleek hair. Yes, I purchased this after looking at it on Instagram and things like that. I bought the 24-inch, and it's a seamless weft. It's the seamless weft series. It comes with the little clips here, and I'm gonna go ahead and take it out the bag. At first when I looked at it, I didn't think much of it. I thought it was a pretty small bundle, and I thought that it smelled a bit weird. I'm not really sure, but I did keep smelling it to see if I wanted to wash it. But I decided to just go ahead and go along with it. I'm matching it to my hair color. It seems pretty spot on. The thing that I like about it is that it's very, very shiny. And compared to my hair, when I placed it against my head, I noticed that my hair was a bit dull compared to this Go Sleek hair. So that's a really good thing. So I'm now taking the wefts. We have, I think about 7 or 8 pieces here. The longest piece has about 4 clips on it. And we have about 3 clips, 3 wefts with 3 clips, and then so forth. So I'm gonna go ahead and part my hair again. And as I'm parting my hair, I'm gonna part my hair where I'm gonna put the clips in onto my hair. So I'm gonna go ahead and pin this out of the way, and I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna part the back for you all to see. It's really difficult for me to kind of see what I'm doing here. So my husband actually came into the room and he was basically guiding me a little bit on parting my hair and making sure that I put the clips in appropriately. But as you can see here, I'm still parting my hair. I'm making sure that I'm keeping it parted so that I know and understand where I'm gonna part the clips. Now I will admit that along the way, after watching this clip, I realized that it's important to have a clean part. And I realized after doing this that I didn't have a clean part. So it's best to have a really straight, clean part, making sure that those little tiny strands of hair, they're not in the way. And that's gonna allow for the clips to attach onto your hair properly. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna clip the clip-ins onto my hair. And I did struggle a bit because, of course, I'm not looking at what I'm doing to the back of my head. But my husband's there and he's coaching and he's telling me, how high the clips are, how low they are, and if they're a bit crooked. So I'm like unlatching them and attaching them again. Of course, eventually throughout the process, I did pick up my mirror to kind of look to see if I'm actually doing what I need to do to the back of my head. But I'm just gonna be honest and say it is so important to have those crisp, clean, just parts in your hair so that you're not making the mistakes that I'm making when I'm putting in my clips. I also noticed that because the Go Sleek hair is just so silky and shiny, and it's just soft, I realized that I made another mistake, and that's not pressing my hair before I actually put the clip-ins into my hair. Because I've decided not to press my hair, you can tell that my hair is a bit coarse compared to the Go Sleek hair that I have here putting onto my head. And I think that it would have made for a more seamless application if I had used a flat iron on my real actual hair. Now I'm going to be honest and say that I am relaxed, but I do still have a little bit texture in my hair, which kind of, clash a little bit with this silky smooth, just soft Go Sleek hair. Now I'm going to take this top piece. The top piece, I've used the 3 clip-ins for the 2 bottom piece that I put in, but this top piece here, I'm going to use the longest weft. And that is the 4 clip weft, where we have like 4 clips in this particular weft. So this is the longest piece, and I'm gonna place it here on the top of my head. Whew, this was a bit stressful and tasking for me. This is my first experience actually putting in clip-ins. So I found that I was becoming very exhausted, and I was becoming a bit frustrated because I could feel the different textures throughout my hair. And then I had my husband in the background saying, this is crooked, this is too high, this is too low, whatever. But I do love the length. The length is very gorgeous. Like I said, it's a 24-inch. Now I'm gonna go ahead and work on the front part of my hair. Now, I'm going to be honest and say that I feel as if I didn't do a really good job with the front part of my hair. Now, look at how thick and just luscious my hair is in the front part of my head. I noticed when I looked into the mirror that I really should have just stopped and took out my flat iron and just really went to work on my hair, because it is very thick and vibrant. And this ghost leak hair is not, it's not afro hair. It is not afro textured hair. And it's just, I messed up, you guys. I messed up. I feel like it's a fail already. I was very anxious, very nervous. You can tell that I'm a novice. You can tell that, that this was borderline failure. Okay, so I'm going in and I'm putting in the one clip piece here, putting it on some pieces where I wanted to have a little bit more length and volume, but honestly speaking, my hair is already given the volume. So just for length purposes, I think that it was best to go ahead and put that one clip piece here. I also, this is tasking. I also realized that as I was combing and running the comb through my hair, I felt as if this was my actual real hair, and I was trying to comb through it as if there weren't any attachments in my head. And my comb initially started to snag on the clip-in pieces, and I had to tell myself, honey, this is not your real hair. It's not your real hair. You can't just drag your wide tooth comb through your head as if you're not gonna hit those clips there. So I was getting a bit frustrated and annoyed. Of course, it may not seem like it here as you're watching me doing this process, but I was getting a bit annoyed and my hair was looking pretty thick. So here you're gonna see that I am trying the Ghost Sleek hair little roller thing here. I honestly believe that this was gonna work for me. I mean, I'm really excited. I looked at the YouTube videos, I looked at the Instagram, and I really thought I had a good, understanding of how to do this. But I feel when I did this part, I felt as if I wasn't that bright. I kind of felt like it was foolproof enough to do this. But it's definitely not foolproof for me. And it looked relatively easy as I watched everyone try to wrap their hair around this like silk roller. But that wasn't the case for me. I know how to flat twist. I really know how to do things like this, especially because I use flexi rods. So I just don't understand why I didn't quite get this technique down. But I really struggled with this Ghost Sleek hair roller. Perhaps it would have been better for me to press my hair. I really believe that I should have pressed my hair. Maybe next time I'll give this another go when I've fully pressed out my hair, pressed out the Ghost Sleek hair, and then probably try to attempt this again. But I just wasn't feeling it. I'm not feeling it. So you see me just pulling the roller out of my head, and then I say, you know what? Let me give it one more shot. Let me give it another chance here. Let me try to be a little bit more patient and just do my best with wrapping my hair around this silk roller. Like, you know how to do this, Queen. You know how to do this, Ash. What is going on? You know how to put in flexi rods. You know how to put in perm rods. But no, Queens, no. It's a fail. It's a fail. It's not working. So I go to what I know how to do best. I decided that, you know what? I'm going to do some perm rods. So I decided to use my Design Essential Avocado Mousse, of course, and to kind of prep my hair in preparations for my perm rods. So you're gonna see me wrapping a little hair paper around my perm rods. I always do this because I don't want my natural hair or the hair sticking onto the perm rod. So I feel that it's best for me to wrap a sheet, these end wraps around it first, put a little bit of that mousse on there, and then go ahead and use this perm rod. But when I tell you, queens, when I tell you that I even struggle with my perm rod, oh my goodness, I even struggled with my perm rod. I was not having it. I was getting a bit more frustrated here because I'm like, what is going on? And then I realized that I never had to work with hair this long before. I've never had hair this long before, and I never had to work with hair this long. And, you know, I just decided, hey, let's switch it up. Let's try the perm rods, because the perm rods will be a little bit more manageable because they're a better size for me to wrap the hair around. And as you can see here, like, you can tell that the flexi rod, I'm sorry, not the perm rod, but the flexi rod, they just work better. They were longer and they were able to accommodate the hair that I was wrapping around it. And as you can see here, the hair is just so silky and so straight. It's not my typical afro hair. So I have to secure it on the end with rubber bands and just adding more mousse. Now, looking at this flexi rod here, I noticed that I need to throw this one away, because as you can see at the top here, you can literally see a piece of it just dangling. And, you know, I'm going to regret that when I take it out of my head, because it's going to snag on my hair. But as you can see here, the flexi rods work perfectly for me. I don't feel as if I'm incompetent. It's working pretty good for me. And as you can see, I'm just rolling along. It's easier. The process started to speed up because I was getting tired. And I also have to dry this and then sit under the dryer. And honestly, it was getting a bit late, so I had to sleep in these. So I was ready to get this whole process over and just done with. And as you can see here, I'm just tightening up this flexi rod and just trying my best to get the hair onto the flexi rod, because again, it's not afro hair. So I'm gonna dry it and I'm gonna go to sleep. Now here is the next morning. I gotta get ready and go to work, so I am rushing. I'm using the Melanin Hair Care, the oil. This is a great oil. If you've never tried the Melanin Hair Oil before, I highly suggest this. I always oil my hand before I take down any perm rod or flexi rod, any rollers. I always keep my hands oiled because, of course, I don't want to work on my hair when my hair is dry. Well, when my hand is dry. So as you can see here, I'm just unrolling all of these flexi rods. As you can see, the curls are insane. Not as tight as they would be on my regular normal hair. Look at that. How did I leave that extra perm rod there? Anyways, as you can see here, they're really tight, and you can see the curl pattern here. Even though I prefer this on my natural hair more, because of course afro hair, it really holds a curl. But it still looks good. The Go Sleek hair along with my hair still looks great in this flexi rod set. Now I'm gonna go ahead and finish this last one. This last flexi rod, this is completely all of my hair, which is why it's tighter than the rest of the curls in my hair. Now I'm gonna take the oil and I'm gonna run the oil through my hair, and I'm gonna detangle. Like, I didn't like how I detangled my hair, because it was as if I was literally rushing and raking through my hair. Granted, I had a few hours before I had to leave out of the house, before I had to leave and go to work, but I'm literally raking and rushing through my hair, which I should have had more time to do. I should have got up a little bit earlier to take this down, but I'm used to my normal hair, so I'm usually up and I'm going through my hair fairly quickly when I'm doing it. But this is taking me a bit of time, but I'm already loving how the curls are coming out. It's just making sure that I'm not frizzing it out because I am rushing through my hair. I'm rushing, I'm really rushing, and I'm trying to detangle and uncurl and then recurl as much as possible without creating too much frizz. But eventually it's gonna frizz up a little bit. And I'm noticing here that I really should have put a flat iron to my hair because I didn't like how poofy it looked on the side. So I'm trying to pin it back because I'm trying to save the look as much as possible. So you see me running my hands through my hair, and of course I'm gonna clip it back. I'm gonna clip it in. I'm gonna clip this back in and try to make it look as sleek as possible because the top of my head, as you can see, I do have a little new growth coming in and my hair is not as sleek as I want it to be. That's just all my real hair. It's not the Go Sleek hair. The Go Sleek hair is perfect in this situation. It's just my normal hair. So I'm gonna take this beautiful little clip here and try to clip it into my hair. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a bobby pin and I'm gonna try to pin the back of my head here so I can go ahead and put my hair clip into my hair. So after trying the clip I wanted to use, I realized it's gonna be a bit difficult putting this cute little clip into my hair because it's actually bumping against the tracks, but I'm determined to make it work. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a couple of bobby pins into my hair to kind of lay flat and kind of sleek out this side of my head. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert some bobby pins into this, and I'm gonna go ahead and fix up the curls, and I'm gonna try my best to get this beautiful little hair piece into my head because I just love trinkets. I love things that I put into my hair. I always want to look beautiful. I always want to feel feminine, and flirty and just really soft and beautiful. So I'm gonna put this little clip into my hair, and there you have it. I'm gonna fix the curls a little bit. My hair, you can actually tell a little bit of my hair from the Go Sleek hair because my hair holds a tighter curl. And yes, and it's a bit frizzy, but it's okay. I'm trying to cover up the tracks. I realized when I looked at the back of my head that some of my tracks were showing, but don't worry, I did that. Make sure they were good before I left. So comment below if you think this is a win or a fail. So thank you for joining me today and putting in my clips using Go Sleek hair. I really love the hair. We're gonna try this again with me straightening my hair and doing it the proper way, if there is a proper way, but I really think I should have straightened my hair first before I did this. But I'm loving the hair. I'm loving how I look. And again, go ahead and comment below if you think that this was a hit or this was a miss. All right, my queens, thank you for hanging out with me. I love all of you, and go out and have a majestic day, your highnesses.